Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Tigers Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Schulte. Let's get into it because some good things happened in Detroit this weekend. Some good things happened once Detroit left L.A. Let's just put it that way. Let's get on the injury report real quick. Matt Vierling is getting close to resuming throwing. No news on Parker Meadows. And Gleyber Torres is already taking swings. He's supposed to take a live BP sometime during the homestand, which is only 3 more games, albeit very cold games. So cold they had to move the times back to accommodate fan and player safety for the next 3 days because you're looking at wind chill factors at night. And so the Tigers and Yankees will be playing at 3:10 tomorrow and 1:10 on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sure the Yankees appreciate that because, well, and Tigers both, because it's getaway day. And the Tigers probably have Thursday off. But, you know, it's nice to get out in the afternoon and then, you know, you don't have to worry about coming in late at night and having to get up and having to adjust your body clock and everything like that. So it's good stuff. For the Tigers. No news on Alex Cobb. And that's your injury report so far. Wenceel Perez, also no news. So I want to talk about what happened over the last 6 days. First of all, Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter are tied for the team lead with 3 home runs. Kerry hit 3 over the last 3 games. Riley hit 1 on Friday and had 2 in Seattle. The 2 in Seattle were opposite field shots. The one in Detroit was on Friday, and it was an absolute bomb. I mean, it was way out in right field, and it was a thing of beauty. So here's the deal. And I figured Detroit would go 2-1 in Seattle. I was hoping for a sweep because you win your Jackson Jobe start, his major league debut as a starter. You win your Casey Mize start. You got Tarik Skubal going on the mound. He's coming home to Seattle. It's a Wednesday start, and there's a getaway. It's a getaway day. You know, he didn't grow up in Seattle, but he pitched in Seattle at Seattle University. So, you know, he's spent time there, and he's pitched pretty well in Seattle in the past. And you like your chances with Tarik Skubal on the mound, especially when he only gives up 3 runs. The problem is Detroit couldn't score to help him out. And Tarik Skubal just has looked a little off in his first 2 starts. He's had a little bit of a problem finding the strike zone. He's been hit a lot. There's been a lot of hard contact. And I'm just kind of curious what he's doing differently this year. I don't think anybody's noticed anything, but I'm sure he'll tell you that there's something not right because he doesn't normally give up hard contact. And maybe it's because players have figured out he's going to throw strikes early, and so they're charging him and swinging at the first strike they see, and that's fine. You jump on him early, whatever. I get that. But you got to make an adjustment. This is 2 starts now, and you got the Yankees coming up. You're going to be pitching to them on Tuesday, and they're no slouches in the batter's box. So that's my view on Tarik Skubal. I want to talk about, real quick, about 4 different players, and they all are on different career paths for the Tigers. And those players are Spencer Torkelson, Casey Mize, Jackson Jobe, and Ryan Kreidler. Spencer Torkelson today hit a double to win the game in the bottom of the 9th. It was a bases-loaded double. It allowed 2 runs to score. The Tigers were down 3-2. And he's played pretty well. He's driven in some runs. He's hit in 7 of the first 9 games, I think. 8 of the first 9. I'm not sure, but he's hitting almost every game. He's got 2 homers. He's got a couple of doubles. He's knocked in a few runs. And he's playing okay at first base. So the question now becomes, what are you going to do when Gleyber Torres comes back? Do you send Torkelson down? I don't think so. Do you send Justin Henry Malloy back down? Probably. Because Torque has actually given you what you asked for. And, of course, Gleyber Torres isn't going to be your DH. Colt Keith isn't going to be your DH. So Torkelson's going to have to split time with Kerry Carpenter at DH, and that's fine. They're both pretty young. I don't love it for either one of those guys, but you know what? It keeps him on the team. It keeps him doing what he's doing. And then there's Ryan Kreidler. Ryan Kreidler, look, I've seen people post hate on Twitter about Ryan Kreidler, and I understand why. I get it, but I don't think it's fair. Because Ryan Kreidler has provided the Tigers with a very good at-bat this spring. He's not necessarily knocking the cover off the baseball, but he's a decent 9-hole hitter. He'll draw a walk. He doesn't strike out much. He generally makes contact. He's not going to hit for average. He's not going to hit for power. But what he gives you defensively, especially from the standpoint of now that he's playing center field and you need that, he plays really 2 prime defensive positions and he plays them both really, really well. He plays shortstop probably better than Javi Baez. And he plays center field arguably as well as Riley Green, if not better than Riley Green. He's not Parker Meadows, but Parker Meadows is the only Parker Meadows out there. So that is what it is. But he doesn't hurt you at either position. And he gives you a good at-bat. Somebody said a couple of years ago, why do we keep giving this guy chances? For that exact reason. He doesn't hurt you as a player. He's not going to give up an at-bat. He's going to grind an at-bat for you. He's going to be a decent... He's going to make a pitcher work, and he's going to play defense. He's going to play superior defense. And now he's going to play superior defense. He's played at third. He's played at short. He's played at second. His primary position is short. He's played in center. That's a valuable piece. Sadly, once Wenceel Perez comes back, Ryan Kreidler's going down. Or Matt Vierling, whichever one of the two comes back first. Ryan Kreidler is going to go back down to AAA. And that's a tough conversation that A.J. Hinch is going to have with him. Now on to Casey Mize and Jackson Jobe. Casey Mize, his first start was really good, especially for him. And we'll see where things go from here on out, but I really feel like if he builds on that first start, Detroit has a really solid pitcher there. And so I think what you're going to get from Casey Mize is a better than average number 5 starter. Because remember, this guy was a 1-1 in 2018. He was your number 3 starter 3 years ago before Tommy John hit. 2 years ago before Tommy John hit. So this guy is capable. He's better than your average number 5 starter. And it'll be interesting to see where his season takes him this year, because he's capable of doing really well and doing really good things. And I'm not just pointing at the no-hitter that he threw in Double-A. I'm pointing at the fact that he went toe-to-toe with I can't remember the pitcher now for Kansas City, and they both looked really good. He's capable of doing really good things on the mound. And then we have Jackson Jobe, who we just saw today, his second start, and both starts were kind of mirror images of each other. The difference is that Seattle's got a little bit better offense, not by much, but slightly better offense than Chicago. Jackson Jobe needs to learn how to get hitters out at the major league level. And the only way to do that is to do it at the major league level. So this is something that we've expected. This is something that we're going to just live with. We have to live with it. But he's had a couple of opportunities. He had a lot of opportunities where he was ahead of hitters today, 0-2, 1-2, and he walked them, including Luis Robert. And that's hard to do. Luis Robert's there to swing the bat. So Jackson just needs to learn how to get major league hitters out. He needs to stop worrying about the strikeout to do it. He just needs to figure out a way to do it, whether it's through contact or the strikeout. And the strikeouts will come. He's too good of a pitcher for the strikeouts not to come. But he's going to have to learn the hard way how to get major league hitters out. And once he does that, again, Detroit's got another monster starter on their hands. And the question and what this all begs the question of, because Casey Mize and Jackson Jobe are two people that we're focusing on, what happens to them when Alex Cobb comes back? Because he will, and Detroit's paying him $15 million. So you're not going to release Alex Cobb. Do you send Jackson Jobe down to the minors? I don't think so. There's too many ramifications if you do. There's draft picks involved if he's rookie of the year. There's other things involved if he stays up for the season. And service time and things like that. Do you send Casey Mize to the bullpen? Well, that's a theory. It's a thought. Then who do you send down? Kenta Maeda? Do you release Kenta Maeda? Because Kenta Maeda hasn't looked good out of the pen the last two appearances he's had. Do you send Brendan Hannafy down? I don't think so. You're not sending Will Vest or Tommy Kahnle down. You're not sending John Brevia down. So who goes down? Tyler Holton's staying up. You know that. Bo Brisky's staying up. So what do you do at that point? So there's a lot of questions that are still unanswered that the Tigers aren't saying anything about, and they really don't need to right now because those plans are still probably very fluid. But they are questions that I'm pretty sure Scott Harris and Jeff Greenberg and AJ Hinch are talking about at some point. Not necessarily every day, but at least once or twice a week is my guess. Tigers go 2-1 against Seattle in Seattle. They sweep the White Sox, complete with a 3-run comeback in the bottom of the ninth today. And that made me happy because anytime you can sweep the Chicago White Sox is a good time. And we're happy about that. We're happy about the fact that they won a close one against Chicago. They've had a couple of, Friday wasn't really a blowout. It was supposed to be, but I said Kenta Maeda didn't look good in his relief appearance. That was one of those appearances. He did not look good. So we'll see where it goes and how it goes over the next few days. They got the Yankees in town. I would like to see them take 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, but it's not going to be easy. Carlos Rodon and Max Fried are pitching for the Yankees, and they're a powerful offense. They're a very potent offense, but they're playing in the cold. It's going to be nasty cold out tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow is actually supposed to rain, possibly. So we'll see how that goes. And so Detroit is dealing with those things. They're 5-4. They're in first place in the division, which is really good. It's really useful. And I'm happy. I said if they can make it through April at or around 500, this team is going to be a good team. We'll see how that goes. You want to get in touch with the show, you can at at TB Podcast on Twitter, on Mastodon at TB Podcast at tweezcake.social. On Twitter, it's at Podcast Tigers. You can email the show, tigersbaseballpodcast@gmail.com. Jeffrey Rainey has commented on a couple of my spring training videos or posts. I do appreciate that, Jeff. And I'm not worried about the fact that you made comments about the Blue Jays. That is what it is. I can understand you being concerned. I'm concerned about Skubal. I'm concerned about Green. I don't know if Detroit's going to sign either one of those guys into long-term deals. So I feel your pain, sir. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end this thing. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Click the little bell button to let you know when the new podcast comes up on YouTube. I thank you guys so much. And if you want to get in touch with the show, I gave you those details. Thanks again for listening, everybody, and go Tigers.